Yo, 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 it's your boy Earthquake from Berlin, Germany. Right here at the Dance Art Festival 2020. Right here with me, in the place to be. I got the best from the West. The killer from Kassel. Live and direct, the man in effect, Mr. Robozee.
Hey,
What's doing, Robo?
what's good? Everything's good.
Happy
Happy to
to-
be here in this strange times.
In a strange place.
Yeah.
We're at the Jugendtheaterwerkstatt Spandau and we are having a little talk about things that's going on with you and the life and everything.
Everything you want, man. Everything you
I
want.
don't think he needs a lot of introduction here. Everybody knows him. If you don't know him, check him out. He's on YouTube. Just type in Robozee and there's like 1.5 million billion videos coming up showing his styles and his skills. We've known each other for a long time. I don't remember when we met first. Still, you was in Battle Bunch, I guess. It was a long time ago.
Long time.
We're old men now. Still happy. So Robo, you have a lot of experience also in the sub-styles of popping. You also do experimental things. Thing I always ask myself, what does your practice look like? Do you practice the thing that's inspiring you in the moment right now? Do you have a practice plan, like strict things you practice tutting like for a week, or how do you go with that concepts?
So, should I tell you how I go now, right now with this, or how it built it up? Because when I started dancing, I just saw dancing, and then I started to practice by myself with all the information we had. And then the informations got more and more through videos, VHS tapes. And through these VHS tapes, I get more knowledge or more info, so I could practice more stuff. And actually over now I dance, I dance right now 22 years. Yeah, so after 22 years, you get into a system, but also to get out of the system. So I dance with what I get inspired, but then I dance also with how I want to move. You get more precise with time. You get more precise what you want to look like, what technique you want to learn, and so on. And then you go deep to it. After you go deep to it, you learn out of it and get creative out of it. So you have to understand there is the dance, the choreomorphy. It's called like this. It's when you learn a basic, then you do variations out of the basic, and then you abstract the basic. It becomes a new basic, and it's a cycle. So I play with this kind of thinking, because I don't go only into tradition, right? Before, yes, to learn, to have the homework done, but as an artist, I think you have to evolve, and you evolve by not only looking at the culture. You evolve when you're looking at your life and what is in your environment. So specifically, my practice is very open, but when I go deep with it, so when I have the idea, I catch it and then I go deep with it. So I put my feet down, and then it's practice time. Yeah, and it's not only because I think this is also a cultural thing. I dance in clubs. I used to dance in clubs. I used to dance everywhere, right? On the street, in the clubs, in theater, and so on. But it's not, for me, it's not only a club dance. It's not only to have fun. Dance became for me, then suddenly it's something meditating inside, something for the stages inside, something for having a product. When it's a product, dance becomes a product. Dance is something spiritual. So all these things are in my practice, and this is how I practice, right? And the most important part for me is the goal. If I have a goal that I have, dance is my product, so I dance for somebody. If the goal is to dance for myself, so I dance for myself, so it doesn't care if it's beautiful or not beautiful in the state of, in this how you say, in this box of good-looking dance and not good-looking dance, right? So this is how I treat movement for myself and how I practice movement.
Yeah, I feel you. It can be for fun, it can be for a job, you know, there's always different reasons to dance for.
Exactly. What I want to say also is, and this everybody, each individual have to find himself. Is it dance only for myself, or I dance for a job, or and so on? And I think this is when you know this, then you focus and you got more specific how you practice stuff. But I like to go back to basics, to the first basics I know, because they keep me. It's like they keep me the level up. But I don't talk about ideas and concepts and body movement. Of course, I can create new basics, but I like the old basics because it's connected in my mind with music. It's connected in my mind with all these good feelings that I had when I started, right? Yeah.
I see what you mean, because I always can see in your videos there was a time when you was really busy with effecting, and you put a lot of videos out, this time shifting things, and even on the train you were doing mostly the things that you are working in your head out right now. And we also had a lot of conversations about concepts, when you said sometimes you're catching flies, sometimes give you a simple word like magic or something, and then you work out on that, right?
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to have a concept also for battle? Or is battle just very spontaneous to react on what you get, or react on the music that you hear, or even on the opponent you have? If you, battling kite, you try to get footwork to catch up with the things. What's the idea behind that?
Yeah, sometimes in battles, sometimes my strategy don't go out, because you start to make strategies for battles, and you think, okay, if anything happens, I will show this and that style. But in the end, you have just to react in the moment. And after all this time I go to battles, I just realize every battle is different, every judgment is different, every judge is different. So to find the perfect concept to battle, it's, to be honest, in our small culture, is first to get known, to pay your dues, and to show off and to socialize with people. Because when people know you, then they see you different, because people judge you. So when people have bias, they have different believings. And if people don't know me and see the first time I do robot, and they like the robot, they will give this maybe a higher quality. And if people know me and they know how my robot is, and they see, okay, I know him better, this is even a bias, because then they judge me how they know me before. This is also wrong. So depends on the judges. I had battles, I won this battle, but from the judge's side, I lost the battle. So there is no precise how to prepare for a battle. Just practice and polish your skills, right? Polish your skills. What's also very difficult is, because in a popping battle today you have popping, right, as a category. So what is popping? And then you have the splits in the culture that popping is, like you said, you have all these sub-styles, and then all up it means popping. But then you go to other cities in California, they call it different. There is no pop, but they do waving. There is no pop in tutting. There is no pop, and so on and so on. So this is a very difficult thing in our culture, community, to get clear what is what. Of course, you have a spectrum, but till now the spectrum is so wide open that you get crazy when you know all these informations. You know, in a way, you become crazy in a way of, okay, if this judge is judging the battle, I have to dance like this because he don't like or even know, even understand the symbolic of this sub-style that I dance, right? So all these strategies doesn't make sense if there is not a clear thing to learn about judgment, right? So with all these bias and all these, you know, what is musicality? Then every judge have a different mind of musicality, you know. Every judge have a different, this is beautiful because you have different judges. That's why you have different judges. But for quality-wise, it's sometimes very, very difficult. So maybe you have the best day in your life and your skills are on point, but you don't pass the pre-selection because the judges don't understand your popping style. And this is also culture, to create your own popping style. When I started dancing, it was do your thing. Now when you do your thing, it's like, yeah, it's different. You have to do something in between that we all understand. So this is all the facts. So when I go right now to a battle, I don't think so much anymore. If I pass the pre-selection, okay. If I don't pass the pre-selection, okay. Because I cannot be mean to somebody who maybe don't understand what I do, right? So this is actually the position how I have now for battles. Before I get also angry, I get like really, you know, all this anxiety, all this bad emotions when you lost. It was like, oh no, why? But I think it's also an evolution in time, an evolution in knowledge, an evolution by yourself, right? So the most important thing is that you keep staying and looking forward and keep pushing, right?
And don't take it personal, right? Don't let it into you, like you lost a battle,
yeah.
You don't understand why.
Yeah.
But in the end, it doesn't really matter to get angry or start discussions because judges won't change their opinion.
Yeah, I think there is also a spectrum to take it personal, because when you take it personal, you go and polish your skills. And then you're like, okay, next time I'm gonna show them. Because this is a battle, right? We cannot say, let's have fun in a battle and I want to destroy you. Yeah, let's have fun. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So the balance, to find a balance between this is the journey. It's your inner ego journey that you find positivity into taking it personal and to find the negativity into taking it personal. Because when you take it personal, then you go and scream and do all this negative shit and you're like, hey, these bop, and go insult people and stuff. This is bad. But when you take it personal and say, okay, next time I will show off again, and then you're gonna see what happens. Or you make a call out, because this is also a part of our culture.
Yes.
To call somebody out, totally lost right now. Because everything is so much system, right?
I will call you out one day, I believe.
Yeah, you can.
I'll catch you.
I'm ready every time.
I have one thing in my head that I always remember, that it was at one Funkin' Style. It was the one in Berlin, and you participated in Me Against the Music.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the finals, and the DJ started to play the song Gangnam Style, and me and myself, in myself, I thought like, no. Like, this song is so disgusting, everybody knows it, everybody has expectations for it. And I felt like one moment in your face, I thought it's like, oh fuck. But then you went crazy and you really killed it. You go so freaky into that thing, into the song that everybody knew, that probably everybody on this planet already danced to. And you won that also.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was it a kind of moment in the beginning, was it when you were thinking like, oh my God, this is not the best starting point with the music and everything, but then you switched on into like, I just still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, I come from a theatrical house. My father works in the theater. So, I went to theater, I saw theater. You know, for me it was normal to see people dress and play a role, right? Why I say this, it's, for me, I understand culture to be myself, but I understand also to be on stage and perform. you know, and to have crowd pleasers, to know how to catch the people's eyes, that they can bring it on, right? That they are like, oh, okay, something is happening there, and not get bored, right?
Yeah.
This is all the qualities you get when you think about performance, when you think about not only culture and the cipher and being real, right? Being real in a way. Because you are real also on stage when you play a role. Mm-hmm. You're playing a role. Because that people can, or if you're an actor, you are so real that everybody thinks, yeah, he's like this in private too, right? So when Gangnam Style or any music comes, for me it's, and me against the music is a play with the music.
Yeah.
Is not a play in the culture. So me against the music have no culture. It's a show off for me. It's you play with the music, and the best who played with the music wins, right? So there you find the honesty in this thing. So yeah, it's a part of acting. It's a part of accept the situation and then go through it, right? But in a culture, when we make a cipher and then we say, okay, the skills talk right now, then it's a different game, yeah. So you cannot go and say, okay, my skills really talk. And then you get the song Gangnam Style, and then you try to pop or to break or to lock, or, you know, you can do it, but you have to rebuild it for the music, right?
Yeah,
because the music is, the dance is the music, and the music is the dance, culturally and traditional wise. So yeah, that's the point.
As you talk about acting, you were playing a part in Flying Illusion. Did you enjoy a lot to play the bad guy?
I was the good guy, bro.
Oh, you were the good guy?
Yes.
I hoped you were the bad guy.
But I tell you something about this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, for finding the spirit of the good guy, I was like, damn, all the good guys, normally when you like Superman or, you know, all these good heroes, they are perfect, right? Like in the comics, they're perfect. They know solutions right away. They have all. I was like, oh, this is quite boring. So then, like in a movie, you have to bring up a problem. Like Bruce Wayne, his parents are dead and he's have a trauma from this. Superman, his parents are dead. He have a trauma from it, right? So all these, and then you think more to find your character, because I was the leader of the good guys, right? So then it's more boring. It's like, okay, I know the solutions. I'm the white-haired guy from the A-Team, right? You know? Yeah. If people know the A-Team, right? It's our generation. So I'm like, okay, good. Because I saw Little Rock. Little Rock was the bad guy. And I saw, oh, look, he have this character. He can play. But the good guy is every time very, you know, very... I don't know how to say sovereign, you know? It's like very serious, and he knows to do what to do. So yeah, this was a struggle to find problems, to find the character and the ability how the character is working on stage.
But it was a real success. You enjoyed. You took a lot of experience from that work with the team, with the theater.
Yes.
Traveling around.
Yes. There is I had a different experience in this particular piece, than I had in different pieces, right? So in every theater piece, I take something for myself, for my dance, for my life, for my creative ability, right? So yeah, in every production you have the good and the bad side, but of course we focus the good sides. So yeah, it was a good success. We traveled good. It was nice, yeah.
Great. You have been with the project Hip Hop for Hope, right?
Yes.
You went to the Philippines?
Yes.
What was that like? What was the feeling there? I saw pictures for you dancing with kids.
Yes.
Did it change anything in you and your thinking about?
Yes. It was, sorry that I just say yes, but you know, the crazy part is, I went there with my mind was like, okay, I know what I'm gonna see. But when you see, when you smell, when you just live it in the moment, and you observing all this information, so what's happening there in the slums, because we danced there with the kids in the slums, then you realize how wealthy we are. You get more grounded. You're like, okay, it's not about the materialistic thinking, the industry. It's not about this, because the kids there, they were also happy, right? But in a different way, with different, how you say it, different. You know, you have different goals when you are a kid in the slums in the Philippines than a kid from Germany or from the Western world, right? The goals are not the same, and you feel this. It's not that you see this, you feel this, and then you start think about this. So what it really changed, it was just to be like an artist. You're thankful, right? You're already thankful because you do your art and you live by your art. But when you see this, then you are thankful, more thankful for all this society, what we have here, what the civilization is, what the system is. And you're like, yeah, this is what it's all about when you think about the situations there.
So dancing, did it play a part anyhow in their lives over there? Was there like dance communities, dance houses, dance schools, anything like that?
So
did they have some experience? Did you meet dancers over there?
Yes. So we met the culture there, and they're like really into the culture, real. They go in the clubs. So you have to imagine the dancers there, it's like you say, okay, we meet at 10 p.m. in the night, right?
Yeah.
They come at 12, 1 o'clock, and they jam till 4 in the bar, in the club, everywhere there. And they jam, they cipher. We don't have this anymore in Germany. Like before Corona, even before Corona, we didn't. So we didn't have this. The last 4 years, 5 years, the battle, the judgments are over. Everybody goes home.
Yeah.
Nobody dance anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody club anymore. So this is my question. Are we a culture? You know, this is the question. Are we a community?
Right.
No, it's not about sport. Or is it just an event, right? Is it a dance event with cultural background, right? So this is what, and I saw in Philippines, they take it serious and they're really behind of it. And the scene, of course, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your insights, brother.
Come on.
We're gonna see you some jam action later on, a little freestyle from you.
Yeah.
You got Instagram, you got Facebook, what you have?
Exactly, I have Insta, I have Facebook, I have Twitter.
What's your name? What's your name of Instagram?
So everything is with Robozee. My Instagram is robozee.idf because it's illusionary dance forms. How I call this movement, this movements, right? And then on Facebook is Robozee. It's a fan page, and something else. Twitter Robozee. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And check him out. He's pretty active also on Instagram. Ride with him, like his videos, support him, support us. Thank you for being around. Catch you later.